Two Metropolitan Police constables have been booted following misconduct hearing for racist WhatsApp messages about Meghan Markle, apparently. Although in the information I've found, I can only find one reference to Meghan Markle. Not lots. And for those of you who question me for my views and call me racist, this is what I mean by evidence of racism, this report, rather than simply relying on someone's word or relying on the fact they have a different skin tone to call racism with little to no actual evidence of that fact. PC Sukhdev Jeer and PC Paul Hefford were part of a WhatsApp group in 2018 in which, along with another former constable, Richard Hammond, not this one, they shared grossly offensive memes and messages which were described by the hearing panel as being abhorrent and discriminatory. PC Sukhdev Jeer, nice strong English name, was said to have been the most active contributing member of the group. Wait, what? A Bain copper being racist? This must really be screwing with some people's perception of the world right now. Jeer shared an image of a gollywog toy, captioned "A sneak preview at Meghan Markle's wedding dress." Another picture showed a young boy wearing a hoodie, captioned "Monkey in the Jungle." A further post said, "Everyone is so politically correct these days. You can't even say black paint. You have to say, Tyrone, can you please paint that wall?" One of Paul Hefford's messages shows a picture of two black men laying next to two white women, captioned "Girls trip to Jamaica." One came back pregnant, the other came back with syphilis. Just kidding, they're both still missing. Panel chairman Maurice Cohen said the decision to sack the serving officers was based on the seriousness of their behaviour, the culpability and the harm the messages caused. They were corrosive and discriminatory to members of the public, including those in the local community, which is extremely diverse. Now, I don't think the messages themselves caused anyone any actual harm. After all, they were in a private group chat. Granted, had the messages got out somehow, then yes, I can see it would upset people. But actual harm? I don't think so. However, corrosive and discriminatory? Absolutely. And this is what I talk about when I say we need to see evidence of discrimination. Not just because a black man stopped by a white cop. This is actual evidence that these three are discriminatory. Although, truth be told, there's some pretty fucked up jokes about us white folk too. But it's unlikely us honkies will ever get taken seriously if we said we were offended by them. At an earlier hearing, Mr. Cohen said the postings in this group caused serious reputational damage to the Metropolitan Police as a whole. They were mocking and discriminatory to many sections of society the Metropolitan Police Force was meant to be policing. Posts took place over an extended period of time, and the officers should have been aware of their unacceptable nature. They were overtly racist, ableist and sexist. Barrister Ben Summers argued Jeer should not have been fired over a handful of inappropriate jokes which he suggested caused limited harm, and described him as a long-serving member of the force who should be allowed an opportunity to learn through a warning. Michael Shaw, representing Hefford, said he was embarrassed and had learned a sad lesson. Simply sacking him won't restore public confidence in the Met, Mr. Shaw added. No, but it's a fucking good start. Vishal Mishra, representing the Metropolitan Police, said trust once lost is not easily regained, adding dismissal was required to maintain public confidence in the force. The now ex-constables were also criticised for failing to show remorse and contrition for trying to make excuses for their behaviour. Which is, of course, exactly what we would expect from the police caught in the headlights of a misconduct hearing. Now, I'm all for jokes in the right place with the right people, and even then, if someone doesn't like it, the joke, they can leave. But for police constables to show this level of discrimination, even if joking, puts serious doubts in the minds of those they should be protecting and serving. Were they to be taken as a joke? Were they to be taken as a sign of their dislike for black folk? We won't ever know. But as police, they should have known better and should be held accountable for their actions, especially if it puts into questions their views over certain members of society who should all be treated equally. I know some of you will say that you don't think they should have been sacked over jokes, and in general I agree. But when people are picked to allegedly protect and serve us, we want to know that they will treat us all with the dignity and respect that we deserve as human beings, and not have to worry about whether they will be giving us poor service because of who we are or because of what we look like.